Hey guys, don't mind my hair. I went swimming today and I need to get in the shower and wash it, but I wanted to make a video really quick first, and I wanted to talk to you about some additional tips for relaxed hair. I have my paper here, so if I look down, it's just because I don't want to forget anything. So, first thing, stop combing dry hair. Your hair is already relaxed. That means the protein bonds have been broken down in your hair through your relaxer, and your hair is already in a weaker state. So running a comb through dry hair is not the smartest idea unless you want to find a handful of it in your hand later on. The only time that you really should be combing your hair is when you're in the shower, it's saturated with conditioner, and the water is running, and you're combing it through, and you're combing your hair that way. That should be the only time you use a comb in your hair. Dry hair combing just sounds like breakage, and that's probably what's going to happen if you continue. Stop wearing your hair out all the time. People will get to a position in their life where they're thinking, okay, great, I've grown my hair to this length and I'm happy with it, so I'm going to wear it out all the time. Bad idea. Your hair being out, it's being exposed to the heat, it's being exposed to wind, it's being exposed to, just environmental pollutions or whatever. If it's not a special occasion, or say you have a little special day of the week where maybe one day of the week where you wear your hair out, you should keep your hair tucked in. Ponytail, bun, or whatever, where your ends are not exposed to the world, because you want to try to, retain your growth. You want to keep that tucked in so that, your hair is just not out there all the time. Satin scarf, satin pillowcase, or a satin bonnet. You need to have at least one or all three of these items. When you go to sleep at night, you need to make sure that your hair is protected. You don't want to sleep on a cotton pillowcase, because the cotton pillowcase has fibers that will reach out and it will literally grab the ends of your hair and it will break them off. Not only that, cotton absorbs moisture and it will dry your hair out at night. So you wake up and there's little bits and pieces of hair all over your clothes. That's a pretty good indication that you need to switch over. It's a must-have if you want to retain that length. And also, if you are going to be sleeping with a satin cap or bonnet, or even if you're on your satin pillowcase, you need to make sure that you tuck your ends in there as well. Unless you have your hair wrapped for a style, or if it's in rollers of some sort, then your ends need to be tucked in, because they're still going to be exposed, even though if they're in, the satin cap or tucked in the satin scarf, or even if you're just wearing your hair out on the satin pillowcase. Unless you're doing a specific style, it's best for your ends to be tucked in, because it just leaves another, open window for possible damage to your hair. Now, satin helps you out, but you also want to help yourself out too, and tuck those ends in so that you can retain your growth. Don't wear your hair in the same style all the time. If you're one of those people that love ponytails and that's all you wear is ponytails, mix it up. Move your ponytail over here or to the side or straight back. Don't keep your hair in the same style all the time, because it will make your hair in that area prone to breakage. You have people that's wearing tight ponytails or ponytails in the same area, and you're wondering, why is my hair short right here, on the top of your head where it meets the hair tie or hairband. It's because your hair is breaking, probably because it's been, in that same position all the time, or your hair tie is too tight. So you need to make sure that you're switching those positions. Move the ponytail over, maybe wear it down for a day, then put it back up. Wear a bun, something where you don't have to use a hair tie that's too tight in your hair. Just kind of try to avoid, being repetitious with your hair, because it'll get used to it and it'll start breaking and it'll make weak points in your hair, and you don't want that when you're trying to grow it long. Using hair ties that have metal in them. Stop pulling your hair super tight with hair ties. I use elastic ones that kind of almost resemble rubber bands, but they're like the no snag, no tangle kind of hair ties, and they make it kind of easy, because it's a elastic material, or like a rubber band material that kind of expands with the growth of my hair. So if my hair is thicker, it'll expand and make it thicker, and it's not a super tight hold, but it's enough to give you a decent ponytail without it pulling your hair strands and causing breakage. So stop wearing the tight hair ties, like I was saying, in those positions or whatever, where it's just going to cause excessive breakage because you want your hair to grow. Don't clog your scalp with oils. People always say, oh, you need to oil your scalp, oil this. No. Think about it. Would you get a bucket of olive oil and rub it all over your face? Probably not. And why? Because you're going to clog your pores with that oil, with that dirt that's on your skin, and you're going to end up with pimples. Same thing with your hair. You're clogging your follicle with oil, and you have dirt in your hair, and all of a sudden, oh no, my hair is not growing. Your hair, or your head, actually naturally makes oil. Okay? So at least for, I would say, about the first half an inch to an inch of your hair, your scalp is making natural oils for that. You really need to focus on, you know, the ends of your hair, or the middle part of your hair, more so the ends when you're sealing your moisturizer in. But you don't need to clog your scalp with all that oil. Now, some people might say, oh, well, you know, my scalp is dry or it's flaky. Either one, you need to check your shampoo and your conditioner to make sure that it's not drying out your hair. If you switch your conditioner, you switch your shampoo, you know, and find out, oh, okay, this is what's drying it out, then problem solved. If you have a chronic flaky scalp, 9 times out of 10 it's not dry scalp, but you have a fungus, and fungus on your scalp will, you know, have signs of flaking and itchiness, and eventually it can cause hair loss. So if you experience that, you probably need to go out and find a product like this, and that's garlic shampoo. And even though this is not really, you know, a product review or whatever, a product regimen, you can get something like that that will help cleanse your scalp, you know, and get rid of that fungus so that you can get back to a healthy scalp. Anybody that says that flaking and itchiness or whatever on your scalp is normal is not telling the truth, and you probably need to go research that a little bit more. Don't scratch your scalp when you shampoo. You got people that will take their fingernails and scratch their scalp super hard and manipulate their hair all over the place when you're washing. You don't need to do that. Again, you're damaging your hair follicles. Your strands are already, you know, more fragile and prone to breakage, and when you're using your fingernails and you're scratching your scalp, you're just causing more damage. You need to use the tips of your fingers to massage the shampoo in and get your scalp clean. So stop with the scratching, because you're just causing, you know, more undue stress and damage to your hair. And my last thing would be, don't be afraid to wear wigs. I know when I started my hair journey, before I started my hair journey, I was using, you know, I had the ponytails, the clip-in ponytails, I had the glue-in, weave, sew-in, half wigs, full wigs. I tried everything to, you know, give myself long, beautiful hair. But after I said, okay, no, I want my own hair, I was like opposed to wanting to use, you know, any more of the fake hair stuff. But I have to say that when you are doing it to promote your hair growth, and you care about your hair underneath, and it's not just about looking good and having long hair, you can use a wig or some sort of weave to help you when, you know, you're doing either those protective styling, or, you know, you're doing your just, you know, my hair needs a break sort of day, or you want, you know, a different style or a different color for a day. Don't be afraid to put on, say, a half wig or even a whole wig or full cap wig. I like being able to take, you know, the wig off at night and feeling like, okay, I can still maintain my own hair. I can still go through and use my, you know, moisturizing and sealing products at night, versus saying have a sew-in weave where I can't really get access to my hair, because I don't want my hair to go down, you know, when it's supposed to be in a resting process when you're, you know, using your protective styling. So make sure that you can still take care of your hair underneath when you decide, or if you decide to use wigs. If not, more power to you. Whatever's healthier for your hair. But I hope that gives you guys some insight on some things to keep in mind when you are doing your hair, and to keep it healthy, because as I say, healthy hair first, long hair second. Alright, you guys, take care, and I will be back with more videos. If you guys have any questions, please put them down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye.